taping these bolts. These are the rocker shaft bolts. They shouldn't have cad plate where the bushing goes over it, because you see how it peels that cad plate off and then it runs through the oil. So I'm going to blast the cad plate off where the bushing rides on the bolt. New bushing for the prop shaft. So all these steel parts for the blower checked out good. Here's the clutches for the high and low blower. Getting ready to put the blower, the rear cover on. Got the aviation former gasket on both sides of this paper gasket before we put the rear cover on. This ready to go. They got all the clutches back in for the blower shift. New O-rings. Ready to set the cover on. So we got the oil pump together, the tack drive and the drive for the blower shift all cleaned up, inspected, new gaskets. The accessory drive for the hydraulic pump. This pad doesn't get used. This is where the alternator goes, and then the starter in here. They had to re-shim where that starter gear is. It was too loose also. We just found the ball in here for the oil pressure relief was rusty and stuck on the seat. So they're looking for one of those. The seat looks fine, but the top of the ball was rusted where it was stuck in there. So, and I believe this piece here they said needs to be replaced. Rings run on the surface. You can see the grooves wore into it. The rings go around this, which goes down inside there. So this piece is rejected. Here's that ball out of the oil pressure relief valve where it was on the seat. It had rust all over it, so we replaced that. Here we flipped it over, got the crankshaft set down in there. Okay, now we got the crankcase halves together. All the nuts are torqued and got cotter pins in them. The next thing we'll do is we'll put the bowl gear on here. There's a nut that goes on there. And then the nose case sits down on top of this. Okay, we got the bowl gear on there. Okay, we got the nose case all together and back on there and torqued down. They did replace a couple more parts on there. This piece is up in there. This has grooves wore into it, so they rejected that part. And this nut that torques that bearing has rough threads on the outside. They snag your fingers, so they replace that nut. Here's the box that part came. July 12th of 1944, made by Studebaker. So tomorrow we'll be putting the cylinders on. All right, got the cylinders all on, torqued down. Next we'll be putting the locks on these bolts, and then the push rods and the housings and the rocker arms. Set the valves, intake tubes. Coming along.